probably worth noting this event. A Japanese scientist published this a few months ago. I saw it at the time, but I didn't get a good look at it back then. Recently, the Lancet published a study on the effectiveness of COVID-19 V-words and the waning of immunity with time. The study showed that immune function among V-worded individuals 8 months after the administration of 2 doses of COVID-19 V-word was lower than that among the un-V-worded individuals. This caused big waves when it was aired on Tucker Carlson's show in the US.
The study showed that immune function among individuals 8 months after the administration of 2 doses of COVID-19 was lower than that among the individuals.
Yes, I am putting a blanket ban on all occurrences of the V word for the time being. Please resist the temptation to laugh, it's really not the point. This brought the fact checkers out. COVID-19 V-words don't weaken the immune system, Lancet study misrepresented in Virology Journal comment. Lancet study showed that V-worded people have lower immune function than un-V-worded people. COVID-19 V-words suppress the immune system. Inaccurate. Misrepresent source. The Lancet study cited in the video examined how COVID-19 V-word effectiveness wanes over time. The study didn't examine immunity to infectious diseases in general, nor did it find that COVID-19 V-words weaken the immune system. Misleading. The review article by Senef et al. Provided no evidence that COVID-19 V-words weaken the immune system. They seem to have fact-checked things he didn't actually say, which is ironic because they claim that he's the one doing the misrepresenting. They say that he said that they weaken the immune system, which he didn't actually say. He said immune function was lower. Here's some more from Tucker.
And you don't have to take this man's word for it. Pull up the Lancet study yourself. You won't find anything of the text of the article saying what Kenji Yamamoto said, which is weird. Why would the Lancet want to hide a major finding like that? We can't say. But if you look at table 3 in the piece, here's what you'll find buried in the data. Among people around the age of 80 who have been double that would include people like Joe Biden, the per capita rate of medical incidences, including hospitalizations or death, is nearly twice as high as the rate of serious incidents for the This is 180 days after. What is that? And why is no one interested?
Tucker Carlson is talking a complete load of entirely accurate commentary on the report, as it turns out. First, he says that there's no comment in the text of the report of the specific finding in question. Here it is, and this is all it says. At 61 to 120 days, V-word effectiveness declined to 50% in individuals aged 80 years or older. This is true, and it's not great because it shows no difference between the two groups in the most relevant age group in the given date range, but it stops there. It doesn't say anything whatsoever about 6 months and beyond.
You won't find anything of the text of the article saying what Kenji Yamamoto said, which is weird. Why would the Lancet want to hide a major finding like that?
All correct. And then he lays out the findings.
Among people around the age of 80 who have been double that would include people like Joe Biden, the per capita rate of medical incidences, including hospitalizations or death, is nearly twice as high as the rate of serious incidents for the This is 180 days after.
This is also entirely correct. This is table 3. You've got the number of events. Events are infections of any severity, as per the header above, in the 2 categories of partakers and non-partakers, and the numbers balanced per 100,000 for fair comparison. And down the left, you've got increasing length of time from administration of the happy event. First month, months 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6, and beyond 6 down the bottom. So, per 100,000 in the 80 plus age group, in the first month, 2.3 events for the partakers and 6.3 for the non-partakers, which is good for the medicine, about 3 times fewer. 1 to 2 months after, and it's 2.1 and 5 respectively, which is a little less good at 2.5 to 1. Now, 2 to 4 months, this is the one they do mention in the text of the article, exactly the same for both groups, 2 per 100,000. If you're expecting the downward trend to continue at this point, it does not. 4 to 6 months, 80 plus, 0.5 per 100,000 for the partakers and 1.3 for the non-partakers, so things have improved here for Big Pharma. But 6 months and beyond, 1.8 per 100,000 partakers and just 1 for the refuseniks, and that is the finding that the Japanese scientist highlighted, which Tucker Carlson picked up on and drove the establishment into a frenzy of straw man fact-checking, because you do have almost twice as many in that group compared to that group. That almost 2 to 1 advantage for the happy crew is the last data we see, 6 months plus. We don't know what would have happened subsequent to that. There is a downward trend, but it's not a continuous downward trend, because although we go from 3 to 1 in the first month to complete break even in the 4th month, things do get better for the V words in the 6th month before they go negative right at the end. So it's not a perfect downward trend. The numbers are also extremely small, and small numbers are unstable. That 1 per 100,000 of the clean crew represents just 19 people in total. It's not a lot. There is an approximate downward trend of efficacy, although we did already know that anyway, and the numbers do go negative at the point of the last data we have, and we don't know how things would have carried on. But with so few people, just 19 people who haven't been V-worded, it's hard to draw any definitive conclusions. However, immune function would seem to clearly be lower, because twice as many people got the virus who had been V-worded. And that is what the scientists said. The study showed that immune function among V-worded individuals 8 months after the administration of 2 doses of COVID-19 V-words was lower than that among the un-V-worded individuals. This seems to be correct. So the fact-checkers fact-checked something he didn't say. The review article by Seneff et al. Provided no evidence that COVID-19 V-words weaken the immune system. He didn't say they did, and then said he was wrong. I don't think he was wrong on the basis of what he actually said. Whether or not they may do what they said he said, which he didn't say, remains to be proven or disproven.